You see her, she's beautiful, magnetic, the kind of woman who makes you forget what you were doing 2 seconds ago. Your heart starts pounding, your palms sweat, and just like that, you go silent. You want to talk to her. But the moment you think about what to say, your brain goes blank. You feel awkward, self-conscious, and the moment passes again. Let's get one thing straight. Being nervous doesn't mean you're not confident. It means you care. It means your system is alive, alert, activated. That's not a weakness. That's your edge. The problem isn't your nerves, it's what you do with them. Most men think confidence means feeling nothing. But that's not true. Real confidence is being able to feel everything and stay grounded anyway. That's the guy she remembers, the one who feels real. Your nervous system is firing because you've registered potential. Potential for connection, for chemistry, for something meaningful. And your body, being the intelligent thing it is, goes into alert. Not because you're in danger, but because you're about to be seen. And that's vulnerable, especially in a world where most men were never taught how to handle that kind of vulnerability. So here's what to do when your body's going haywire and she's right in front of you. First, reframe the fear. Instead of thinking, I'm so nervous, I'm going to mess this up, try this. This sensation I'm feeling, it's excitement, it's energy, it's life waking up inside me. Because that's exactly what it is. Your body isn't betraying you, it's preparing you for connection, for presence, for aliveness. And the moment you welcome that sensation, instead of fighting it, everything softens. You become more available, more present, more attractive. Because you're actually in your body, not stuck in your head. Second, own the moment. Women don't expect you to be perfect. What they respect, what gets their attention, is realness, presence, honesty, energy that's embodied, not performed. So say this. Hey, I wasn't sure how to start this conversation, but I didn't want to walk by and regret not saying hi. Simple, bold, unscripted. It disarms her. It creates curiosity. And most importantly, it shows you're not performing. You're being human. That line works because it acknowledges the moment as real. You're not hiding. You're not forcing. You're leaning into the unknown with grounded courage. And that's magnetic. Most guys either try to impress her or avoid her altogether. You don't need to do either, because when you speak from what's true in the moment, you become memorable. You stop trying to be liked. And that's when you become irresistible. You're not being judged for being nervous, you're being judged for how honest you are about it. Breathe, feel your feet on the ground. Let go of trying to win the moment, because attraction doesn't happen in your head. It happens when you come back to your body. So now that you've started the conversation, what do you say next? This is where most guys overthink it. They either talk too much about themselves or start interviewing her like it's a job interview. But attraction isn't logical. It's emotional. It's not about asking the perfect questions. It's about how she feels in your presence. So here's what works. Curiosity, pacing, and vibe. First, slow down. When you're nervous, your instinct is to speed up. You rush your words. You fill every silence. You try to be interesting. But presence is magnetic. Slowness signals confidence. It tells her, I'm not here to perform. I'm here to connect. So take a beat between sentences. Let the silence do some of the work. Make eye contact, not like you're staring her down, but like you're actually there, with her, not in your head. And then, get curious. Drop the script. Don't ask what you think you're supposed to ask. Ask what genuinely lights you up. Like, when do you feel most like yourself? Or, what's something that's been really bringing you joy lately? These aren't lines. These are open doors. They invite feeling, not just facts. And when she feels you're actually listening, not just waiting for your turn to talk, that's when the connection starts to build. Here's another powerful move. Mirror and expand. When she shares something, reflect a piece of it back and add to it. She says, I love traveling. I just got back from Portugal. You respond, Portugal's on my list. Did you feel like it changed anything about you, or was it more just for fun? Now you're not just making small talk. You're inviting her into something deeper without forcing it. That's what most men miss. They focus on saying the right thing. But the real power is in how you listen. Because when a woman feels seen, she softens. She leans in, and she starts to see you differently. You're no longer just another guy trying to get her attention. You're the one who made her feel safe, the one who wasn't performing, the one who actually gave a damn. Here's something no one tells you. The most attractive men are the ones who aren't in a rush. They don't bulldoze the moment. They don't try to prove themselves. They let the connection unfold. Because they trust themselves. They know who they are. They know their presence is valuable. That's the energy women crave. Grounded, aware, masculine presence. Not chasing, not grasping, not proving. Just being. And when you show up like that, when your body is relaxed, your energy is grounded, and your intention is clean, women feel it. You don't need clever one-liners. You need presence. You need to breathe. You need to trust that who you are when fully grounded is enough. So forget being impressive. Forget being smooth. Instead, be real, be curious, be slow. That's what turns a passing interaction into an unforgettable one. So now you've broken the ice. The conversation is flowing. Now comes the part most men never master. How do you create attraction without being creepy or off-putting? How do you show desire without coming off needy or aggressive? It starts with this. Your energy teaches her how to feel around you. That means if you're anxious, she'll feel on edge. If you're trying too hard, she'll feel pressure. But if you're grounded, calm, and connected to yourself, she'll feel safe, open, receptive. Because attraction isn't just about what you say, it's about how she feels in your presence. And the fastest way to make her feel drawn to you is to stay rooted in your body. Breathe deeper. Drop your shoulders. Feel your feet on the floor. Relax your jaw. Let your energy sink, like a tree anchoring into the earth. When you do that, you signal to her nervous system. This man isn't a threat. He's solid. I can relax here. And here's where it gets powerful. When a woman feels safe, she becomes more open to intimacy, emotional, energetic, physical. So if you want to turn her on, don't start with performance. Start by being present. Let her feel your attention on her, without overthinking what to say next. When you're truly present, women feel it as a kind of subtle intensity. It's the something about him energy that they can't quite name. But they remember. Now let's talk about flirtation. Because most men either hold back too much or come on way too strong. Good flirtation is playful tension. It's knowing how to lean in just enough and then pull back. It's teasing without being mean, complimenting without putting her on a pedestal. It's dancing in that space between, I see you, and you can't quite read me. So here's a simple way to do that. Let's say she makes a bold comment or says something sarcastic. Instead of trying to outwit her or explain yourself, try this. Hold her gaze for a few extra seconds. Smile. Tilt your head slightly and say, is that your way of flirting with me? You're not accusing. You're inviting. You're showing her, I can handle your edge. I can meet you there. That builds attraction. Another one. If she tells you something personal or vulnerable, don't immediately try to fix it or offer advice. Say something like, thank you for sharing that. I get the sense that not a lot of people see that side of you. Boom. That line does two things. It validates her and makes her feel uniquely seen. Most men completely miss that moment. You won't. Now, you might be wondering, but when do I make a move? How do I show her I'm actually interested? Here's the truth. If you've been present, if you've held eye contact, if your body language is relaxed and your energy is open yet grounded, you are already making a move. Women don't need loud declarations. They respond to subtle signals. The way you look at her when she's not talking, the way your voice lowers when you lean in, the way you don't rush to fill every silence. That's what builds the kind of tension she wants to lean into. And if you want to escalate verbally, here's one of the sexiest things you can say. I really enjoy being around you. Then, don't explain it. Don't overtalk it. Let the weight of your tone, your eye contact, your energy say the rest. Attraction lives in the space between what's said and what's felt. So your job isn't to convince her of anything. It's to embody the kind of presence that makes her feel more herself when she's around you. That's what women crave. not perfection, not polished lines, just a man who is rooted in himself, grounded in his desire and not afraid to be seen. Because when you feel safe inside your own body, she feels safe enough to explore what's possible with you. And that is the beginning of something real. Now, let's keep going. You've started the conversation. You've stayed grounded, connected, and present. You've flirted with confidence. You've made her feel seen, safe, and curious. Let's talk about the final piece, the part that actually determines whether or not she wants to see you again. It's not about saying the right thing. It's not about how attractive you are, or how much money you make, or how perfect your life looks. It's about one thing, how she feels about herself when she's with you. If she feels more alive, if she feels more relaxed, if she feels more like herself in your presence, she'll want more of that. Because truthfully, very few people make women feel that way. Most guys either try too hard to impress, or they're so consumed by fear of rejection that they never let their real energy come through. But you're not here to play that game anymore. You're not chasing. You're not hiding. You're showing up as someone who knows his worth. That's the quiet power of a grounded man. He doesn't try to be chosen. He simply chooses himself. That energy of wholeness, self-trust, and clean intention is what creates lasting desire. Because she doesn't want a perfect man. She wants a man who knows who he is, who's comfortable with intimacy, and who respects himself enough to walk away if the vibe isn't right. Let's get really honest here. You're not going to connect with every woman. You're not supposed to. But you don't need every woman to want you. You only need to be fully you so that the ones who are meant to feel you do. And when you operate from that mindset, you stop fearing rejection because you're not looking for approval. You're looking for alignment. So if she's into it, great. If she's not, also great. You leave with your dignity intact and your confidence untouched. Here's what that looks like in practice. At the end of the conversation, instead of asking if she wants to hang out sometime, lead. Say this: I've really enjoyed talking with you. I'd love to continue this another time. Let me take you out. Then hand her your phone. Not in a needy way. Not in a please like me way. In a grounded, calm, I know what I want way. Whether she says yes or no, your energy stays the same. That's attractive. That's rare. That's what women remember. Because while most men shrink after rejection, powerful men stay open. They don't collapse. They don't take it personally. They honor themselves and move forward. So here's your truth. You don't need to become someone else to attract women. You need to become more you, more grounded, more honest, more attuned to your body, your breath, your value. You need to speak from your core. Lead with curiosity. Hold presence like it's your superpower, because it is. And if you're nervous, good. That means it matters. Let your nervous system come alive and stay with yourself. Because every time you choose to stay, you build a deeper trust with the one person you'll spend your entire life with, you. That's the root of unshakable confidence. That's what makes you magnetic. And that's what makes women feel safe to open, to explore, and to want more. So the next time you see a woman who lights you up, don't just think about talking to her. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't get stuck in your head wondering if you're enough. You are enough, right now, as you are. Not because you're flawless, but because you're real. So take a breath, lead the moment, say the thing. And remember, you're not just learning how to talk to women. You're becoming the kind of man who no longer doubts his power. That's a man she'll want to know. And more importantly, that's a man you'll be proud to be. That's it for this one, gentlemen. You've got more power than you realise. And I believe in you. If this spoke to you, like and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. I'll see you in the next video.